What's good, tribe? Welcome to another edition of Spiritual Awakening with yours truly, A.G. Green Sr. You know what to do. Tag, share, and text. Text, share, and tag. Let me know if you can see and hear me well. Let me know if you can see and hear me well. That's right. Spiritual Awakening with yours truly, A.G. Green. Let me know if you can see and hear me well. Please let me know if you can see and hear me well. It's time to vibe with our tribe. Tag, share, and text. Text, share, and tag. I can't be seen and heard, as some country folk used to say, cincture. Thank you so much. Anybody else? Can you see me and hear me well? Can you see me and hear me well? I don't know why my camera looks a little blurry. Is the picture clear? Let me know if the picture is clear. Let me do something. I don't like the way it looks on my end. And that's better to me now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Blessings, Linda. Happy Wednesday to my powerful niece, my Krista. We're vibing with the tribe. Our resident therapist is here. Thank you so much. Let's go, let's go. Text, share, and text, share, and tag. Let's share some likes and some hearts on tonight as well. Let's get into it. Almighty, I'm so thankful and grateful for this opportunity that you have allowed us to experience, one in spirit, one in consciousness, one in mind, one in heart. Thank you right now for all that has already been accomplished. And I petition, declare, decree as well, the greatest outcome for our gathering here in these moments. Thank you that we are healed, whole. Thank you that we are mesmerizing. Thank you that we are powerful. Thank you that we are growing, that we are expanding. Thank you that we are the healed. Thank you that we are the abundant. We thank you even now for your power and for the message of grace and the gospel of consciousness. And we just bless you and praise you in this moment for who and what you are in us. We thank you that the best of your will is done in us, with us, and through us. We remember the name, the power, and the way of Yeshua. It is so, and so it is. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for your feedback on today. I always like to remind you of what Ephesians 3:20 says, now to him that is able to do exceeding abundantly, above all that we ask or think. It's according to the power that worketh in us. And I want you to type in the comment section, I am powerful. Oh my goodness, come on. Type it in the comment section. I am powerful. Yes, type it in the comment section, family. I am powerful. Own the power. Recognize the power. Live the power. Experience the power. Know that you 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 are a powerful spiritual being, delegated and endowed and one with the creator, the source, the sustainer of all things. Yes, yes, declare and walk in and embrace the power that you are and the power that you possess. What a blessing it is to know that this power is available and accessible to you. Let me check in on you. What's good, family? What's good? I want you to prepare to tell me how your week has been going thus far. But in the meantime, I want to encourage you to follow, like, subscribe on social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, and YouTube. And we're all going to be sharing and giving later. TheAGGreen.com is the place to be. Come on, join our spiritual community, patreon.com/AGGreen now. Make sure you keep your memberships up to date. We've got more and more stuff that's coming down the pike, especially for you. And I'm so honored to serve you. I'm so honored to be heard by you. All right, family. What's good? Tell me how your week has been going. Tell me how your week has been going thus far. Tell me how your week has been going thus far. I don't know how that happened, but let me get it back to where it's supposed to be. Strange. Thank you so much. What's good, family? How's your week? How's your week been going thus far? Talk to me. Talk to me. How's your week been going thus far? This is strange. How's your week been going thus far? Look like Andrew is on inside the Patreon. Come on over to YouTube, my brother. Come on over to YouTube and join us. Come on over to YouTube and join us, Andrew. Let's see. My Krista says week is going wonderful. Been enjoying my spring break. Yes, yes, yes. And Linda says blessed. I won't complain. Anybody else want to share how your week has been going thus far? How's your week been going thus far? Let's see. Hillary says, Gracie said her week has been good. My week has been long. Nevertheless, I'm grateful. Thank you all so much. Thank you so much for sharing that. Anybody else want to share how your week has been going thus far? I am most curious to know because I want to know how your week has been going thus far. I certainly appreciate y'all sharing what's been happening to you on this particular week. And Linda says she won't complain. Thank you so much. Anybody else want to share? Anybody else want to share how your week has been going thus far? Anybody else want to share? Thank you so much. And Siri thinks I'm talking to her. I appreciate you all sharing how you have perceived your week to be going thus far. I had a weird thing happen to my screen here. That's why I am kind of acting the way I'm acting. Let's see. He says his week has been slowing down, allowing him to grieve. Yes, we keep our resident therapists in our thoughts and prayers. Let's see here. I'm trying to make some adjustments here with all this. What happened here? Do this. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing with me how your week has been going thus far. All right. We try one more thing. One more thing here because I don't like what I'm seeing. One more thing here. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Thank you for sharing with me and your tribe how your week has been going thus far. Thank you. We love on each other in this tribe, in this group, and we pray for each other. All right. Want to make sure that my screen is still clear, that you can see and hear me well. Can you still see and hear me well? And then I'm going to get into the teaching on tonight. I'm going to do my best to shorten it. Right? Thank you so much for sharing with us how your week has been going thus far. And yes, we are so thankful and we are so grateful to be with you yet again on this particular day. And I trust and hope that all is well with you, that all is well with you. Now we're going to continue in our series that we've been doing on doing spiritual awakening, on doing the work. And I want my assistants to go to Matthew 9 and 29. Matthew 9 and 29, and put it up on the screen for us. Matthew 9 and 29. We want to go there. Matthew 9 and 29, and put that up on the screen for us. Matthew 9 and 29. And thank you, our resident therapist. This is part 12. Do the work, the inner architecture of creation. do the work, the inner architecture of creation. All right. Thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you so much for sharing that. All right. Matthew 9 and 29. Let's see here in the King James. Then touched he their eyes, saying, according to your faith, be it unto you. We've discussed this text before, but I'm going to use it as a thematic text with this teaching we've been doing. That's Matthew 9:29. I don't know if our other assistant is still on. If she is, she can put that up from the, I guess, from the NIV this time again. Then he touched their eyes, saying, according to your faith be it unto you. That's King James Version. Waiting on the other version to come up. Waiting on the other version to come up. In the meantime, the version that I really want to quote from tonight, uh, and let me make sure that I notate it correctly. Oops, shouldn't have done that. I can't change that either. Uh, he touched our eyes and said, become what you believe. Become what you believe. I'm going to put that up again and put it up more accurately this time. That's Matthew 9:29, the Message translation. Getting it together for you. Oops, there we go. Very good, very good. I'm going to put it up on the screen one more time. There we go. Matthew 9:29, he touched their eyes and said, become what you believe. And so this is part 12, do the work, the inner architecture of creation. And tonight we're going to be dealing with embodied cognition. Embodied cognition. You become what you enact. And we've been discussing embodiment in a myriad of ways over the last few weeks. Uh, and I want to continue that discussion with you. Thank you for the NIV. Then he touched their eyes and said, according to your faith, let it be done to you. Let it be done to you. All right. And then, of course, he touched their eyes and said, become what you believe. So, according to your faith in the King James Version, and then according to your faith in NIV, is about embodiment. I want you to type in the comment section, faith is embodied. Feel like I need a massage. Type that in the comment section. Faith is embodied. Type that in the comment section. Faith is embodied. Faith is embodied. Since we're in class, family, what does that statement mean to you? When I say faith is embodied, what does that mean to you, family? What does that mean to you? Faith is embodied. What does that mean to you? I want to hear in your words what it means to you, real quickly. Faith is embodied. What does that mean to you? What does that mean to you? Faith is embodied. Don't everybody speak up. Don't everybody speak up at one time to share with us what that means to you. I'm going to give you an opportunity, and I'm going to continue on with the subject matter in terms of faith. We're talking about embodied cognition. You become what you enact. Research in embodied cognition shows that posture, movement, tone, and behavior reinforce psychological states. Reinforces psychological states. We got the first reply coming in. My entire essence of what I believe is manifested all the time. Okay. Anybody else? Faith is embodied. Faith is embodied. Faith is embodied. Anybody else want to share what that means to you? And again, as I was sharing with you, embodied cognition shows that posture and movement, tone, and behavior reinforce psychological states. So, a researcher by the name of Amy Cutting, actually, I believe she's a professor, uh, and she is the one who is responsible for this concept, excuse me. Her research on power posing, while debated in replication, nonetheless highlights a broader truth. Bodily enactment influences perceived identity, according to Cuddy, 2015. 2015. So power posing, and I'm gonna try and put this definition up real quick for you on the screen. I'll put this up, and then I'm gonna show you some examples. I am covering this because, and here's some more responses to my question. Thank you so much. Faith being embodied means that faith, you're not just using faith, you're not just exercising faith, it lives in you. To embody something is to become something. So that which you and I believe is something that lives, uh, that is contained, that is a part of us. It is not merely something we do, it is something that we are. I wanted to get into power posing for a few minutes. You may have never heard of this, but it's a behavior technique where individuals adopt expansive, open postures for roughly 2 minutes to increase confidence and reduce stress before challenging situations. Now, you might say, my goodness, we hear all kinds of stuff on this program or on the teaching that I do. Yes, all of this is interconnected and it is related. How is it related? Because if faith is to be embodied, watch this, and if identity is to be embodied, I want you to understand there are different ways that you get your physiology, your biology, and even your anatomical being, your physical being in alignment with your identity. And in this study, she learned that people who, before that she had them, prepare themselves before they went into challenging situations to simply do power poses. Why is that relevant to our discussion? It's relevant to our discussion because body language makes a statement, and body language confirms faith, confirms doubt, confirms unbelief, confirms fear, confirms defeat. I got numerous athletes watching me tonight. Some track, others football. Okay. And if you've watched any sports long enough, you learn to watch the body language of athletes. You could tell when the athlete is confident. You can also tell when an athlete or a team feels defeated because it's exuded in their body language. She learned that these people performed at an admirable, superior level just by assuming the identity through a posture. Okay. So check this out. We're going to look at a couple of diagrams of some power poses. And let me see if I can. These are not really, really good uh, pictures. I'm gonna sift through them. I'm trying to make. Okay, that's not a good one. Let me go to the next one. You can see this better. Okay, there we go. I think I can even get on the screen with this one. All right. Let me try some. What about this? Nope. Nope, not doing it. Let's see. Okay. Uh, can anybody guess? Can anybody guess? That's what you call a power pose. Can anybody guess what, just off the top of your head, there's somebody, family, in US and world history, a character that poses like that? Can anybody, and they named a power pose after, and I'm going to give you a clue, her. Can anybody else guess? Who have you seen on your television, in books, who has a pose like that? That is what they call a power pose. A power pose. And while you're thinking about that, I'm gonna put this up on the screen. Hopefully you will answer it simultaneously. I'm gonna give you another 30 seconds because I'm about to give the answer away. Okay, nobody's responding, going once, going twice, going three times. Here we go. I'm gonna have to tell you what it is. All right. The concept based on the idea that body language influences our minds. There you go. He got it. Just as our minds, just not just others, excuse me. Adopting poses like the Wonder Woman. There it is. Our resident therapist figured it out. The Wonder Woman, hands on hips, or the performer, arms up, can make you feel more in charge. So, catch this. This is how powerful this is in terms of choosing a consciousness and choosing a way that we show up in reality. I'm looking at my hands. Let me do something here with this camera. Something's off about all this. Uh, we have the ability to, even if we're not feeling a certain way, to get in a pose that will, and that will increase our confidence, and dare I say, influence our faith. Yes, Wonder Woman, who is a character in DC Comics, is known for this pose, and they have adopted it as a power pose. There's something about certain body movements and certain body postures that helps us to embody a state of confidence, a state even of happiness, a state of prosperity, a state of power, a state of feeling like we're in control. I got to ask you the question, how are your poses? In other words, you and I have the opportunity, even when we're not feeling like, we don't feel like we're living up to the identity that we're embodying, we have the ability to merely strike a pose. That, and this striking of a pose will help affirm our identity. Check this out. Here's some intended benefits. Proponents claim these poses can increase testosterone, which is the dominance hormone, and decrease cortisol, which is stress hormone, leading to reduced anxiety, higher risk tolerance, and increased feelings of power. If you watch this, if hear me, there are some days you may wake up, and this is a tip, family. This is a tip. There's some days you may wake up and not feel the identity that you've embodied, or yes, feel the identity that you've embodied, or feel the desired identity. What if you found the pose that sparked a connection with that identity? What if you found your power pose, and this power pose that you uh, found, you were able to demonstrate or were able to exemplify, sent a surge of hormones and things like that through your body that help you in that moment to connect or embody the proper mindset or proper cognition. You're supposed to use these poses before high stakes, stressful events such as job interviews, presentations, or difficult circumstances. Okay. Uh, I want you to understand that the mind body connection is real, and embodied cognition is also real. And I'm sharing this with you because the embodiment, again, is not just thinking I am it, it is actually ordering your body in such a way to demonstrate the identity that you are, plain and simple. Uh, and I'm going to go over a couple of these poses in just a few minutes. Let's see here. Here we go. Scientific debate. While many find it beneficial for self perception, the initial 2010 study faced replication issues. Critics argue that while it may boost confidence, it does not necessarily cause drastic hormonal changes originally claimed. Okay. So they could see it was beneficial for self perception. Well, pretty much everything we do, family, is based on self perception. It's based on how you and I perceive ourselves to be, plain and simple. That's many times what it's based on. Okay. So I want to quickly name off a few of these poses, and I wish I could show them to you. I got another one I'm going to show you. No, that's pretty much the same pose I was going to show you. It's the woman pose. I tried to put up the diagram with the different poses, but I don't think you could really see that well. So that's why I'm taking a different route, and I'm just going to start calling off the names of some of the poses, and you can look these up in your mind. Okay, but many times people are used to doing, and this is not a pose, but we pound fist on the chest. We like to do that. Some people like to show the muscular pose. Okay, some folk like to do that as well. Uh, you've got what they call the Obama pose, power pose. That's with a man sitting back with his legs. This could be a man or woman propped up on the desk. That's called the Obama uh, pose. The loomer is a person leaning over a desk looking forward. That's called the loomer pose. Okay. Then we just discussed the Wonder Woman with the hands on the hip. All right. The performer pose is you lean to the side and your arms are up like this. And then last but not least, it's hard to describe the CEO pose, but it's a man or woman sitting in a chair, one part of their body on the desk, the other on the back of the chair, just kind of lean back in a position that kind of says to me to the person that I'm in charge here. So I want you to understand that even as it relates to your identity, the poses, you can put yourself in a pose to either affirm what you already are in terms of because you're in that state of consciousness and you're aware of it, or as a way to spark inspiration and motivation to continue to hold on to that power identity that you have adopted. Okay, here's more of the uh, Wonder Woman pose, which is also a power pose. Okay, so again, the reason I wanted to share that with you is because I want you to see that it's not just a mind thing, it is a body thing. Okay. It's a mind body thing. The body follows what the mind tells it to do. Are you hearing me? And I quote from Amy again from the research. Uh, it highlights a broader truth. Bodily enactment influences perceived identity. So when people are all slumped over, your head is drooping down, that's not a person that's confident in the moment. That's not a person that is acting like they're in control. That's not a person who believes things are going their way. All right. Am I making any sense thus far? Now, calling yourself something without behaving like it, family, produces fragmentation. Fragmentation. I'm going to put that up for us to see. Calling yourself something, again, family, uh, without behaving like it produces fragmentation. See, the thing that trips people up sometime is they don't want to talk like the person who has the job around family members. They don't want to conduct themselves like a wealthy, affluent person around people they know, because the first thing they perceive or think people would say is, why are you acting like you got that, or you don't really have that, or why are you lying? No, you're not lying. You are operating in a state of consciousness, and your faith has already started living the identity of that person who has the career, who has the relationship, who has the business, who has the abundance, who has the family, who has the success, so forth and so on. So when you call yourself something, family, but don't act like it, this is going to produce what's called fragmentation. I want you to type the word fragmentation in the comment section for me. Type the word fragmentation in the comment section. Type the word fragmentation in the comment section for me. Fragmentation. Fragmentation. Type that as in the comment section real quickly for me. Fragmentation. Thank you so much. Fragmentation, family, is a state of feeling disconnected within oneself, often due to trauma, where the sense of self, memories, and emotions split into separate, unintegrated parts, leading to confusion, emotional dysregulation, and difficulty forming coherent narratives or relationships. So, fragmentation, again, is a challenging thing because there is no uniformity in terms of personality. There's no uniformity in terms of having a solid identity that is defined. Because when people are operating from fragmentation, they don't feel grounded and feel connected to their memories, to their emotions. They feel like they're split into multiple parts. Okay. I'm gonna say something about that in a few minutes. It shatters, it's like a shattered mosaic where fragments of personality, experiences, or feelings are kept hidden, often as a defense mechanism against overwhelming experiences. Now let's find the text, the double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. And I want my assistants to find that text and put it up in the comment section. Find that text and put it up in the comment section. And you're going to find that in the book of James 1 and 8. I believe that's 1 and 8, James 1 and 8. James 1 and 8. So, what I want you to understand, family, is that if you're dealing with fragmentation, so you're confused, so confused, you're trying to think and believe one thing, but you're acting another way. If you do this consistently, now don't get me wrong, fragmentation is a more serious, what they would call disorder that requires a lot of treatment. I'm using this lightly as a mental reference for us to consider that you are going to act like a fragmented person if you don't start aligning your behavior with your faith. Wow. Wow. We're gonna get into that in a minute. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Such a person is double-minded and unstable in all that they do. Okay. So in mystical Christianity, fragmentation prevents ascent of consciousness. In psychology, fragmentation produces anxiety. In manifestation, fragmentation produces collapse. Wow. I want to put up the next to the last one. In psychology, fragmentation produces anxiety. Here we go. Well, I feel this right now. This is a good point. Thank you. Thank you, Holy Spirit. This is a good point. Let me tell you, a lot of times when I am dealing with anxiety, as one who is mastering themselves and as one who is rooted and grounded uh, in the identity in the identity architecture, and making sure that I frame uh, my spirit, soul, and body, align it in such a way where I am able to co-create the reality I desire. Anxiety typically pops up in me, family, when one mind is operating in faith and the old programming is trying to control my actions to do something that's opposite of what my faith mind wants to do. So here what happens. To give you an example, if you're dealing with a financial situation and you are embodying the identity of somebody who is has abundance, okay, has abundance, and in attempting to embody the identity of somebody who has abundance, you realize that there's something that's got to be taken care of real soon financially, and you're looking at your financial resources, and you start considering and looking at your financial resources. That second mind says you don't have enough. That second mind says this is a repeat of your history. That second mind says you always struggle financially. That second mind says, what are you going to do? I just don't see how things are going to work out. And it's like you're on this merry-go-round. That's what that second mind says. That creates a tension with your faith mind, which creates anxiety, because it's a form of fragmentation. Now, in that moment, you don't want to act in alignment with the faith mind. You want to act in alignment with the mind that focuses strictly on the natural and the carnal, zeros and ones, and this natural system. And you are tempted to lean toward its deductions. Despite all the miracles that you've seen work, despite all of the wonderful things that you've co-created and co-manifested with the creator, listen, to that mind, the Bible calls it the flesh, the Bible calls it the carnal mind. To that mind, it's not subject to those laws. Okay? It's not subject to spiritual laws. It doesn't care about spirituality. All right? To be carnally minded is death. The scripture says to be spiritually minded is peace. Then it goes on to tell us the carnal mind cannot perceive spiritual things. That's where the anxiety, because now we're wrestling. And it's like in the moment you're frozen. Should I buy that? Should I not buy that? Should I go for that? Should I not go? Should I step out or should I not step out? And all that time you've been seeing yourself stepping out, you have stepped out. There are so many confirmations that show you that you should step out, but then you run into one, two, however many things it is, and you take your mind off of your faith focus and start listening to that secondary mind that you're trying to destroy, you're trying to dissolve, and you're frozen like this. And that's where the anxiety and the tension comes in. You're fragmented in the moment. You're not operating from one mind, you're dealing with two now. You're dealing with two opposing opinions. That's where that anxiety and dare I say its friend sometimes fear will show up. And when fear shows up, oh, what a party it is, because now we're not just anxious, but we're starting to tremble a little bit. We're from the inside out, there's a collapse trying to take place. There is a collapsing that's in the process of creating an implosion. So it can move from anxiety that creates that fragmentation to inviting fear to come in. Am I making sense to you tonight, fam? Okay. Let's move into the next one. I'm trying to cover two more. I'm good on time tonight. I want to talk also again, and I've mentioned this before. The hallmark of good teaching is repetition. I want to talk about how trauma and survival patterns can override vision. It can override vision. And I want to put this statement up. And we've been talking about this a lot. And I really, family, uh, want you to catch this. Want you to catch this. In psychology, fragmentation produces uh, anxiety. Is that what I want to put up? That's not what I want to put up. I don't know why this copy and pasted thing with this computer. But guess what? I am so grateful that I have such a wonderful, lovely computer. It's manifesting into something new. Here we go. You may consciously, family, desire expansion. But if your nervous system is organized around survival, it will sabotage growth. Now, quickly, we're in class tonight. Can anybody explain to me from this statement how you can see a nervous system organized around survival sabotaging growth in your life? Can anybody see that and explain from your perspective, you know, what you see as it relates to that statement? You're desiring growth. And I got to be transparent. I still have challenges with this. And it doesn't make a difference what you have extra. The survival mentality will say it's going to run out, it's going to run out, it's going to run out. Then you're going to be in the situation you were in before. Then there comes the anxiety, excuse me. Then afterwards, the fear. The nervous system, watch this, will not feel safe in expansion mode because it sees failure in risk. Failure in risk. It is not seeing success in risk. It is not seeing success in faith. It sees faith as risk. And it's constantly reminding you of all the times you didn't have enough, all the times you ran out, or all the times you had hope and could not produce the outcome you desired. You could be, hear me, family, sitting on cloud nine, and your nervous system will be sending off all kinds of bells and whistles, will be releasing all kinds of bells and whistles. Did you hear me? Because your nervous system doesn't feel safe in pursuing greener pastures, better pastures, new opportunities. Hmm. Yeah. Our resident therapist says it's funny. He says, you got Boaz right in front of you. Boaz represents a good man in scripture, kinsman redeemer, a provider, all these wonderful things, a man who loved his wife. He goes on to say, but you respond like he has those previous bums you were with. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can be with pure true love and bells and whistles are going off. Your nervous system uh doesn't feel safe. Absolutely. She says, Krista says, time to retrain your nervous system. Absolutely. The nervous system, again, it's kind of like this happens to a lot of people who have issues with trust, have issues with trust. And you find yourself in the presence of people you can trust. Literally, they're not liars, cheaters, thieves, whatever you're used to, and your nervous system feels off. It's like, oh, this is something's not right here. Something's not right. Because it's used to being in an environment where it constantly has to watch its own back. You have to watch your back. At any moment in time, you could potentially be betrayed. You could, give the best of yourself and it not be appreciated in return. And then you can get in the presence of people who have no agenda but to help you, bless you, and empower you. And it feels weird and strange and false and fake. Your nervous system just has, has been conditioned for survival mode. Anybody else want to chime in on that? Anybody else? Anybody else? And I think I put this quote up before, but I'm going to put it up again. I'm going to put it up again. And it says, this is from, excuse me, did I get him in there? This is from Bessel van der Kolk. Bessel van der Kolk. I'm sorry. He says, you may consciously, did it again, family. Putting up the wrong quotes. Yeah, that's all right. I'm good. Okay, I'm trying to copy and paste some information. There we go. I knew better. I shouldn't have put that other one up because it didn't make sense. Here we go, right here. Bessel van der Kolk explains trauma compromises the brain's ability to integrate sensory, emotional, and cognitive information. So basically, he's saying that you're not processing information correctly when you are controlled by trauma. And this is from the book The Body Keeps Score 2014. That's basically what he's saying. You can't trust your processing when you are controlled by trauma. Is basically all he's trying to say. What your senses are taking in and how the brain interprets it and the emotions that come afterwards from that cognitive information is sabotage. And let me tell you why it's sabotage. It's sabotage because the brain has been trained and conditioned to believe that certain things are true, and anything that enters that framework that is opposite of what it's accustomed to being truth is going to be challenged and sometimes rejected. Okay. So check this out. Let me do this. We're talking about expansion here. We're talking about expansion here. I hope you're learning something. I hope this is blessing somebody. Uh, and no Hika Messiah, but there's good information that will cause you to evolve, transform, and ascend. Here we go. So check this out. When expansion feels unsafe, you unconsciously delay opportunity, underperform. Let me put that back up. Put that. Let me do something else. That didn't do what I wanted to do. That's what happens when you put these things together like this. Let me get this. We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do viscera, and this. And then this. Here we go. There we go. That's much better. And delete the last one and put this up. Okay. When expansion feels unsafe, you unconsciously delay opportunity, meaning that sometimes there's opportunities right in front of you. You don't jump on it. The trauma is telling you don't trust it. So you delay taking advantage. It could be a job, it could be whatever. Also, underperform. Okay, because you're kind of holding back. So it's like, waiting on the shoe to drop, waiting on it to fail. I'm not going to give my all quite yet to it. Overanalyze. Yeah, I mean, paralysis of analysis. Lived that too many times. Retreat. We all know what retreat means. Oh, I'm just going to go ghost. I'm just taking off. You feel the urge to just leave, pull yourself out. And then last but not least, self sabotage. Self sabotage. Okay. Now, check this out. Check this out. And we're still talking about manifestation, fam. We're still talking about manifestation. And my computer did that thing again, where it's not copying the first time what I wanted to copy. But guess what? I love this computer. It is such a wonderful computer. Here we go. We do these things, family, not because we lack desire, but because our identity is still structured around protection. Gotta protect, gotta protect, gotta protect, gotta protect myself, gotta protect my heart, gotta protect my assets, gotta protect my family, gotta protect my children, gotta protect, gotta protect. Is this resonating? Is this resonating? Which brings me to the ultimate point I was making, and we're gonna make cover one last section, and then we're going to be done. Did it again. I love this computer. Love it. Manifestation family collapses when survival identity overrides expansion identity. Ah, y'all quiet. You must be really listening. Won't it'll collapse. Won't it'll just disintegrate when survival identity. Again, family, I'm transparent. As much as I've assumed this new identity, I was just talking to myself recently and how wonderful things have manifested for me in the last 4 months, miraculous stuff. And as I look to expansion, I'm still looking at the natural world like it's the superior reality. At times I still find myself gazing at natural circumstances like it's there on its own. I literally manifested it with God, are you catching me? In ways that are blessing to me and others around me. Catch this. But then at the same time, it's time to move on to the next thing. And I still find myself fighting a survival scarcity identity. Still having to talk to it, face it off, confront it, butt heads with it when I have proven it to be wrong time and time again, even in recent days of my life. Don't allow identity, your survival identity, to override expansion identity. What is expansion identity? The part of you that's growing, that's evolving, transforming, and ascending. The part of you that knows it deserves more income. The part of you that knows it deserves a better relationship. The part of you that wants to expand into self growth. The part of you that wants to expand into challenging certain traumas you have to heal from it and overcome, the part of you that wants to step out of where you are now into the identity of you that is operating at a level that it is communicated to you in dreams, in terms of success, in terms of prosperity, in terms of operating in purpose, in terms of the fulfillment of vision. That's your expansion identity. That's dreaming about and seeing life better, on a better clip, on a better level. Am I making sense to anybody? But that survival identity, if it's not in you, sometimes it'll pop up in other people who are trying to talk to you. Watch this. They're in survival. This is another thing that happens. Two things that happen. What if you have a survival identity that's fighting an expansion identity and it lives inside you? I've witnessed that. Many of you are witnessing that. And what if you are seeking to operate in that expansion identity, but people come to you, or people you know have a survival identity, and there's going to be constant conversations had against your expansion identity, and it creates tension. Anybody ever experienced that? You can't do that. Now, I don't see that's possible. See, this is the way you ought to do it. No, from what I'm seeing over here, what you're seeing is survival. What I'm looking at is expansion, spiritual expansion, intellectual expansion, emotional expansion, a growth mindset expansion, health expansion, financial expansion, sociological expansion. Come on now, somebody. Do you realize that many families fall out because they fall out with the people with the expansion identity because they no longer fit the survival identity? And then sometimes the one that don't have the expansion identity become leeches. The survival identity folks become leeches sometimes, or latch on to the people with expansion. You hear what I'm saying? You're constantly clashing with that. And don't get in relationship with folks. You have an expansion identity and they have a survival one. You have to have symmetry and alignment, family, to elevate together. Is this making sense to you all? You're talking to folks you love about your dreams and the miracles that's happened to you. And sometimes you don't even want to share. You're too embarrassed to share the good stuff or what has happened to you to bring you to this place. Because you know a survival identity mentality is going to try and shoot it down, kill it, destroy it. Am I making any sense to anybody today, family? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Here's the last point. We're going to talk a little bit about biblical integration, how faith requires alignment. So check this out. I'm gonna put it up. Assistance tonight. I'm gonna put it up. Hallelujah. I'm gonna put it up, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. It's the wrong one again. This computer of mine. Lord have mercy. I love it. You may not be doing everything I want it to do, but I love it. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Faith without works is dead. This is dead. All right. Now check this out. I want to say that this is a metaphysical law. This is a metaphysical law. All right. So check this out. This is what I want to say around that statement. And I'm trying to copy and paste stuff from my notes because I know for some people it's better to see it visually on the screen. So here we go. I want you to know this. This is what how I want you to see faith, and I've shared it with you before, but you may not have ever seen it from this perspective. Do you know that faith is identity assumption? Who knew that faith was identity assumptions? Say yes or no in the comment section. And who knew that works was embodied action? This is a metaphysical lens now we're looking at. Do you realize that faith? Okay, let's see. Healing, let's say healing in your body. If you're using faith, you have assumed the identity of the person who's healed. I'm healed. That's why when people start coming up to you and say, well, you got the cancer word, or you got a high blood pressure, or you got the heart, you don't listen. After you share it with a few people what they said you had, stop. Don't say you have it no more after that. I have to catch myself today because I've been doing good with that over the years. And I find myself claiming stuff like I can't, you don't really want to claim that. You have to have conversations to let people know you're dealing with stuff. But let's try to get away from claiming that because, again, you're sending messages to every cell in your body. You're embodying being the person who has that thing. So faith, again, is identity assumption. I am the healed. You just came back from the doctor. What did the doctor say? Well, let me talk to Tutu because Tutu was with you. Well, no, the doctor said it's terrible. It's this, that, and the other. Oh, it's bad, and da 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 da. Don't fall into that, family. Don't connect with that. Us continue to assume the identity. Watch this, of the person who is already healed. It says without works, which is embodied action. What is embodied action? Like the power poses. You showing up every day, walking like you healed, talking like you healed. You're allowing the spirit to guide you to make healthier choices that's going to contribute to this temple healing itself. You're making moves. Hear what I'm saying today. Like you now, that doesn't mean, for example, if they tell you got heart disease, you need to control your blood pressure. That don't mean go out there and eat a bunch of swine. That's not what I'm talking about. It's not what I'm talking about. But you start moving in a way, not as a person who's sick, you start moving as a person who's already healed. And you don't just feel that emotionally, you feel that in the sense of a presence a presence within a body, a presence within a situation, that there is no sickness in your body, there is no disease in your body. My goodness. Glory to God. You have assumed an identity and embodied an action. Shouldn't you not be doing this? Nope, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get up and do it. I'm going to give them a rest. But yeah, I'm going out to the grocery store and say, they say a person in your condition, I don't know what you're talking about as it relates to condition, but I feel blessed. I feel really, really, really blessed. I feel really, really healed today. I feel whole today. I want you to hear what I'm saying. I want you to catch what I'm saying. It's embodied action. Faith is embodied action. Have you ever heard people say, my arthritis, my high blood pressure, my sugar diabetes? That's what they be saying. They owning this crap. It's like they own it with a badge. No, the doctors say, no, I gotta say what it is. No, you are saying what they say it is. And every time you say it with conviction, the body reinforces it. It says, oh, she wants to have sugar diabetes. Let's give her more of this. The book says, according to your faith, Yeshua said this, be it unto you. We just saw it in the Message translation, become what you believe. Become what you believe. Watch this. I love according to your faith, and then Message translation, become what you believe. You know why? Because those blind men were no longer blind. Lord have mercy. Yeah, I just said that. I'm going to say it again. Those blind men were no longer blind. Yep, I just said that. I just said that. Those blind men were no longer blind. They were not blind in their hearts. They were not blind in their minds. Did you catch what I just said? I'm going to say it again. They were not blind in their minds. They were not blind in their hearts. Watch this. They did not have a conviction about blindness. They did not say, my blindness. The Message translation, become what you believe. So he touched their eyes. Watch this. He already saw that they had become the healed in their hearts. Their faith is standing in front of them as the unblind, if I may say that word, as the ones with sight. And he said, just become the identity you've already started in faith in your heart. Just go ahead and manifest it. I just manifest with you. I manifest with you what you have already become. Oh my goodness. I'm going to say it again. I manifest with you what you have already become. Did you catch that? This is what the Christ mind does with us today. This is what the source does with us today. It just merely manifests. I love this. It manifests what we already are. The divine part of you in concert, in conjunction with the Christ mind. So hear me. This is why we cannot continue to perpetuate stuff from conviction that we don't want to see in our lives. Because that divine part of us, that Christ, you think that the Christ mind is a mind that just does good. What Christ wanted you to see is this inherent power that you have that causes you to be one with God and causes you to access an unlimited intelligence, an unlimited source. Is here strictly to partner with you. It is here to give you what you believe. And that's why you got to be careful of the stuff you believe. They had embodied the mindset of seers. They had embodied the identity of men, who could already see. And in their story that they told themselves, we just get to Yeshua. And Yeshua, watch this, does the healing. But watch this. You had to imagine meeting Yeshua and then Yeshua praying for you, and then your eyes already have come open. That's what Yeshua discerned. That's what Yeshua saw. He saw that they had already lived in their divine imaginations the moment they were standing before him and the moment they left his presence as sight bearing men, as healed seeing men. Can you see yourself as a healed seeing person? Can you see yourself as a person who loves unconditionally and gives it to the world every single day? Can you see yourself as the healed from trauma, the healed from betrayal and loss, the healed from sickness and disease, the healed from pathetic people? Can you see yourself as the one who is experiencing love and receiving love at the highest levels possible? Come on here, somebody. Can you see yourself not working penny any jobs, as we call them, but manifesting flow and abundance from other resources? Watch this. Can you see yourself as the one like Yeshua who wakes up one day and say, I'm not going to punch an 8-hour clock to pay my taxes. I'm just going to manifest it in a fish and send somebody out there to go fishing to pull up my money. Hear what I'm saying? Is it possible that you can see yourself as a wellspring of overflow, a wellspring of abundance? Hear what I'm saying today. A wellspring of good power, using that power intentionally. Hear what I'm saying. Not to work as somebody's slave, not to have to continue to punch 3 or 4 clocks just to be able to live where you want to live and drive on. Is it possible that you could see yourself like these blind men as the one who already has it? And then Yeshua, and then the Christ mind says, just as you had seen yourself, just as you have become, I partner with you to manifest that. My goodness. My goodness. My goodness. I hope somebody's catching this today. I hope somebody's catching this today. Identity intention, family, must manifest behavior. Otherwise, it remains a fantasy. Did you hear me? Otherwise, it remains a fantasy. We're not into fantasies here. We're into inspired action. I'm going to say it again. We're not into fantasies here. We're into inspired action. Catch this. Catch this. We see it. We are led to make a move or to make a whatever we got to do. Deposit money here or set up something there, or come on here, somebody. Identity intention must animate behavior. Who I am should determine what I'm doing every day. Otherwise, it is just fantasy. I'm going to act like who and what I am. And I love it again. I always say it. Cats act like cats. Dogs are going to act like dogs. They bark. Horses are going to act like horses. They run and make certain noises. Am I making any sense? A roach is going to act like a roach. It's been designed. That's its identity. But what about the healed? What about the miraculous? What about the miracle workers? What about the true believers? What about those who are one with God? What about the powers that we possess and the powerful manifestors that we are? Catch what I'm saying today. And I'm telling you this, and I'm shutting it down and I'm closing. Whenever you find yourself, and remember, I believe affirmation is memorization, and I'm continuing to teach that. Affirmation is memorization. Affirmations work better for most people when they act like it's a memory, not act like it's something they're trying to become. One of the reasons why affirmations take so long to work for certain people is because when they say it, even looking at themselves in the mirror, they are telling themselves, but I'm not that yet. No, you got to treat it like a memory. No, I'm just reminding myself of what I already am in identity. I'm just reminding myself of what has already happened. Hear what I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying. And when you do that, family, there's going to be some guidance There's going to be something that speaks within you, something that talks to you, something that says to you, watch this, call this person, look over here, look over there, look out your window. It's going to give you some kind of inspired action. Stop just leaping before guidance. People think faith is just jumping into a river. No, you don't leap until the Spirit says, okay, I want you to leap, but I want you to also understand you're going to land on something. Ooh, I felt that. I felt that. I felt that. Act like what you are. Act like what you believe. Act like your identity. What you at the new car dealership driving for? You're remembering the day you bought the car. You're remembering how it feels. Did you catch that? Oh, I'm out here test driving. I'm going, yeah, yeah. I'm out here test driving. Well, how much you make? Oh, I make plenty, but I just want to test drive. And in your mind, you're programming a memory that's already happened where you test drove it and then you purchased it. Lord have mercy. I got to stop there. I'm over time. I'm over time. But I just want to encourage you in this moment right now, everybody under the sound of my voice. I want you to know, I want you to recognize, I want you to embrace, I want you to become an identity. Become an identity, family. Become an identity, the finished work, the finished product. My goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Hear what I'm saying today. We're not about wishing and hoping. We're about already being it. Those blind men didn't even know how powerful they were. Yeshua had to give it away, according to your faith be it unto you. The embodied, the embodied belief, the embodied action, excuse me, the embodied identity, and the inspired action. It took action to get them up from what they had already created, wherever they lived, to find Yeshua and say, He completes the transaction with us. This is why we do Philippians 4:13 on Sundays, and we do I can, because we recognize here in this spiritual space that that's a divine partnership. There's a divine partnership there between us and the source, between the Christ mind in us and the source. We know there's a partnership that exists. And I can do all things through Christ, through the Christ mind, through the divine mind that gives me strength. And I allow the Christ to give me strength. And I stay in this moment right now, allow the source to strengthen. That source that lives in, that source that's with you every waking and sleeping hour. Allow the source to confirm that you are who you believe yourself to be, and allow yourself to believe greater in terms of identity. Allow yourself to rise. Allow yourself to grow. Allow yourself to expand. Allow yourself to step into spaces and places you've only been in your mind, and allow the Spirit of the living to help usher. Hey, my goodness. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know exactly what you've seen in your heart. I don't know exactly what future you've already co-created in the now. I don't know know specifically in every situation, in every circumstance, in terms of those who are watching me now and in replay as to what you're cooking up in your mental divine kitchen. Only thing I know is don't do it without Yeshua. Don't do it without the Christ mind. Don't do it without the divine partnership. And know that that partnership is active at all times. Your job, my job, is to do like the blind men, the formerly blind men who could see. Watch this. The seeing men, watch this. The seeing men with blind tendencies. The seeing men, hear me, The seeing men with the physical blindness. Lord, have mercy. Somebody gonna catch that when you get home. The seeing men with the physical blindness that had not yet aligned with the spiritual insight and sight. You show up seeing. That anybody catch that? I'm gonna say it again. You show up with your sight. You might have a stick out. You might be holding hands with another person. Watch this. Who can't physically see, but you can see supernatural. You show up, watch this, in our case, embodying the identity, businessman, the businesswoman, the consultant, the educated, the debt free. Come on now. People are looking at your finances and say, yeah, yeah, yeah. This look like it's gonna be rough. People look at your credit score talking about, yeah, I don't see how it's gonna happen. But you show up to the table as the person who already has the home, who already has the vehicle, who already has the family, who already has been healed physically, who is already a leader leading others. You show up as the one who's feeding the hungry when you don't barely have enough food in your physical house. Come on now, somebody. The blind man showed up physically blind, but with supernatural sight. We know what they saw was real because he said it to them. It's according to your faith been unto you. That's its translation. Become what you believe. In other words, they believed and they became. And you and I believe. And we manifest the becoming. Yeah, my God, my God, my God. Preaching to myself right now. Don't be afraid of being turned down. Don't be afraid of having the door closed in your face. Listen, hear what I'm saying. Don't be afraid of losing all your opportunities. And stop thinking like if this don't work, something else can't. No, 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 no. I have become what I believe. And what I believe is it's already worked out in my favor and already worked out for the good. That's what I believe. Almighty, I'm so thankful and grateful for these wonderful, energetic, effervescent people who are watching me now. We have become what we believe, and we are joining the ascension spectrum. We are elevating ourselves in consciousness. We're traveling to and fro serving. We're traveling to and fro as philanthropists. We're traveling to and fro as ambassadors. We're teaching people how to heal themselves. We're teaching people how to identify the one true God and become close and closer and closer to the Creator. We're teaching people to walk in miracle signs and wonders. Oh, I'm declaring and decreeing that now. I see that. I know that. Those who are watching me have already become lights and lighthouses and salt in a world that needs divine supernatural seasoning. I see it, I declare it and decree it. There is no scarcity among us, there's only plenty. There's only a plethora, there's only excess. I declare and decree the healing of trauma. We've learned from the drama and the trauma. We've converted that misery into ministry. We've converted that pain into power. I'm thanking you now for the book writers who watch here that's a part of this tribe. I'm thanking you now for those who are part of this tribe who are impacting people in their local cities, who are impacting people in their states, even in the nation and others globally. I'm thanking you right now for wonderful people who have learned how to master their spirit, soul, and body. They're watching me right now. They are the victorious. They are the whole. They are the complete. They are so magnificent in all of their activities. Oh, yes, I thank you. I thank you. I thank you that they have become what they believe. And there is no pain of the past that can stop them. There is no abandonment and rejection that can stop them. There is no hurt and no wounds that can hinder them. There are no limiting thoughts and limiting beliefs and convictions that can keep them down. For they have mastered with your partnership their mind, their will, and emotions. And I give you praise that the greater one lives on the inside of us, and they have acknowledged it, that greater is he that's in us than he that's in the world. And I give you praise, and I give you magnificent glory. And I'm so thankful right now that they are not the indebted, they are the debt free. They are not the miserable, they are the happy and fulfilled. Hey, they're not the lonely, but they're in the company of trustworthy people. I continue to thank you for every spirit and soul represented watching this platform today. They are protected. They are well loved. They are well supplied. And I give you glory in this moment and in this hour, because it is so, and so it is, in the magnificent memory and name of Yeshua, his power, his consciousness, his way, and his light. It is so, and so it is. Oh, yes. I feel it. Do you sense it, family? I sense it so strongly. 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 Yes, yes, yes. I sense it so strongly. And I am led by the Spirit to tell you that it is working. Your faith is working. Your prayers and meditations are working. Your declarations are working. They're working. They're working every day, in every way. They are working. Thank you. 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 I felt led to tell you it's working. And guess what? And I've got to close. The Spirit says, as you persist in faith, embodying faith, you must have what you have believed. You must have what you have believed. And you do have what you have believed. And I thank you right now, no matter who's in office, no matter who's making decisions, people watching me are the protected. They are the covered. Oh my goodness, they are the prosperous. Yes, 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 yes. And their leaves shall never ever wither. And whatever they do prospers. Oh, and I bless you for it. How I thank you for it. How I praise you for it. How I glorify you for it. Heartbreak and heartache is turning into joy and happiness and peace. Yes, 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 it is morning time. Yes, it is morning time. You've endured the night of weeping, but it is morning time. I sense it and feel it. I know it. I embrace it. And I thank you. Thank you. I thank you. I thank you. The angels, the spirit courts, even your ancestral lineage. I thank you for the purging. I thank you for the blessing. I thank you for the assistance. Thank you. 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 Weights are lifting while I'm talking. Perspective is clearing up while I've been teaching. The anointing, the Spirit of God is moving in you and on you. There's a brighter light in your eye. There's a lifting of the heaviness of the heart. Some of you all are going to lay down this week from this teaching, and you're going to not just dream, but you're going to have real live encounters. The Spirit is going to guide you into deeper revelations of truth concerning your life. Receive it. Just a few days ago, I had an experience where I came out of my body while I was sleeping. I was so relaxed and levitated from the physical as my spiritual into the atmosphere. So calm, so collected. I'm used to it, but I felt an extra ease. And I'm telling you now, expect divine visitations. Expect divine visitations. Expect divine visitations. And in these visitations will come clarity of instruction. I'm telling you right now, you're breaking out of the mold. You're shedding old skin. You're coming out of old cocoons. You are metamorphizing into something greater than what you are in this present incarnation, this present moment. You're being summoned to a higher dimension. Oh, and I thank you. Yield to it. Yield to it. Come on now. Yield to it, family. You can yield to it by simply saying thank you. You can yield to it by simply saying, God, source, I receive it. I accept it. You can yield to it by offering praise and gratitude. This is your moment to shine. This is your moment to display your submission to the source. This is your moment to seize, officially seize what's already yours. Oh, and I bless you. I bless you so. I bless you so. I bless you so. I hear God saying, I'm intervening with you. Your faith has made you whole. So my divine intervention with you to break some things off your life, to open up the way for something new. I'm doing it with you, saith the Creator, saith the source. I'm doing it with you, Jerry Cotton. I'm doing it with you, Linda Nelson. I'm doing it with you, Krista Harris. I'm doing it with you, Hillary Harris. I am doing it with you. Every soul that is a spirit represented who's watching me and not even commenting, not even liking, said the Spirit, I'm doing it with you. Some of you feel like you have walked as far as you can walk. You're weary and tired from the journey. But the Spirit is saying, take my yoke upon me and learn of me. I'm meek and lowly. He says, and my burdens are light. Lighter days are now. Lighter days are here. Supernatural, divine source, godly strength is coming in you right now. Close your eyes. I see a light. I see a light coming through the top of somebody's skull into your head, into your neck, going down into your shoulders, your arms, your hands, down into your chest and your stomach, down into your back, down into your legs. It's moving, it's light, golden light, down into your ankles, down into your feet. Hey, my God. And you feel the tingling, you feel the goosebumps, you feel the power. And I give the Creator, Source, and Sustainer praise. I thank you, God. I thank you, God, that life is never the same for somebody now. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Love you so dearly. love you, love you, love you so dearly, family. Mm-mm. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna get off. I have a witness. I didn't tell her this, but I told somebody, told my love, I said, I'm not going on tonight. I missed last week and I'm not going on tonight. But as I started moving toward this couch to sit down, I heard somebody in this audience call me by the Spirit and say that they needed me. As I sat down and my bottom hit this seat, I heard somebody saying, I need to hear from you tonight. I need to hear. Oh, I need something from you. And this is why I'm here. This is not a coincidence. This is divinely orchestrated. This is not an earthly creation. This is not an earthly orchestration. This is divine. Receive it all right. Embody it all right now. Yes, 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 yes. Somebody's days of being misunderstood are almost over. Somebody's days, paraphrasing, of being misunderstood and people have not recognized the fruit that causes them to be critical is about over. It don't mean you won't be criticized from this day forward, but they're going to see the fruits of your power, not your labor, but of your power, of your oneness, of your relationship with God. Oh my God, I sense it so strong. You're about to be vindicated. You are about to be defended. And supernatural forces are gathering like a whirlwind to give you the greatest and deepest desires of your heart. And the only thing they'll be able to do is look in shock and awe and amazement and acknowledge that you're doing something right, that you really are walking by faith, that you really are walking in closeness with the source. The turnaround has begun right now. I'm going to say it again. The turnaround has begun right now. The shift and the change has begun right now. I won't take it back. It is now. It is now. Good news this week. I want you to type it in the comment section in the past tense. I received good news this week. Come on, type it in the comment section. Embody that. I received, that's past tense, good news this week. Good news. It's going to be good news. Really good news this week. I received good news this week. Come on, type it in the comment section. I know I'm over time, but I sense the Spirit now. Listen, I might be able to tell you, if I stay on here longer, I might see your address. Listen, the spirit of prophecy is moving. I received good news this week. And when you go to bed at night, I want you to thank God for the good news you received this week. You're going to say, God, I thank you. Source, I thank you. Divine, I thank you for the good news that I received this week. Oh, it's such good news. It's such, you can even say great news. I'm so thankful for the good news. Oh, that I received this week. Oh my goodness. I sense it. I know it. I flow in it. It is so, and so it is. It is so, and so it is. I'm going to say it again. It is so, and so it is. And to the person who's watching me right now, who is not commenting in the comment section, and we can't see that you're on, the Spirit says He's mending. It's mending broken hearts. It's mending broken hearts. Your heart is experiencing brokenness. You're silent. You're on the live, but you're silent. See, I can see how many folk are on, but the people in the comment section can't. And you don't have to comment. But there's not only brokenness in you, there's brokenness around you. There's brokenness connected to you. I'm telling you now, by the Spirit, A wave is coming to bring forth healing in the next 6 months. In the next 6 months, a wave of healing is flowing. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know the exact date and time, but I heard within 6 months. Listen, there's a transition and a transformation in your character, in your disposition, in your personality, in your psyche that's taking place within 6 months. And to the divine be the glory. I see people changing homes on this broadcast within the next 6 months. I see people changing cars within the next 6 months. Yes, I do. I see people changing careers within the next 6 months. I see people changing cities within the next 6 months. I see people in newer, better, fresher relationships in the next 6 months. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Their light is shining before men, so men can see their good works and glorify the embodiment of the Father. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, I received good news this week. Please give tonight if you can. Sow where you want to go. And I believe in the harvest of fulfillment and answer of prayer. Thank you for your partnership. And thank you for all that you do. Shalom, shalom, peace, wholeness, and prosperity. Nothing missing and nothing broken. It is so, and so it is. Ashe, namaste, amen. Thank you for being a part of this journey of awakening and transformation. Support the light through Revolution Inc. by liking, sharing, and giving. Cash App $AG Green and $AG Green Enterprises. You can also give by Zelle. Anthony G. Green at hotmail.com is what you use. And Chime $Anthony/Green/336. If you haven't joined as a member of Patreon, now is a good time. We're a spiritual community that's evolving, transforming, and ascending. If you like what you have seen and heard, connect with us. It's time to vibe with your tribe. Also take time to visit theaggreen.com for the latest developments and just explore divinespeciesshop.com for spiritual tools to elevate your life. Your love and support helps keep this mission alive.